love that you're diving back into history today. There is something so grounding about looking at the giants of the past to understand where we are now. Since you enjoyed our session on Maxwell, let's step out of the physics lab and into the dusty golden plains of ancient India. Grab your headphones, settle in, and let's head back over 2,300 years. Podcast title: The Iron Throne of Pataliputra. Episode: The Lion of the Maurya Chandragupta. Welcome back to the show. Today, we aren't just talking about a king. We're talking about the man who took a fractured, warring subcontinent and forged it into a single massive empire. We're talking about Chandragupta Maurya, the mystery of the beginning. If we look at the ancient texts, the Puranas, the Mahavamsa, and the Greek accounts, his origin is a bit of a mystery. Some say he was of noble blood, others say he was a commoner. But the real story begins in the ruins of the Nanda Empire. Imagine a young boy with fire in his eyes, spotted by the legendary cold calculating scholar Chanakya, also known as Kautilya. Legend has it, Chanakya saw Chandragupta playing a game called Rajachilam, acting as a king among his friends, and knew right then, this is the one who will topple the corrupt Nanda dynasty. The student and the strategist. Chandragupta's education wasn't just books. It was guerrilla warfare, diplomacy, and psychology. Chanakya took him to Taxila, one of the world's oldest centers of learning. While the Greeks under Alexander the Great were pushing into the Punjab, Chandragupta was watching, learning their phalanx tactics, and building an army from the ground up, recruiting forest tribes, mercenaries, and disgruntled locals. The Great Conquest. By around 322 BCE, he did the impossible. He overthrew the powerful Nanda king and sat on the throne of Pataliputra. But he didn't stop there. When Alexander the Great died and his general, Seleucus I Nicator, tried to reclaim the Indian territories, Chandragupta met him in battle. The result? A peace treaty that changed history. Chandragupta didn't just win, he gained territory across modern-day Afghanistan and Balochistan, and in a grand gesture, he gave Seleucus 500 war elephants. To seal the deal, there was a marriage alliance connecting the Hellenistic world with the Mauryan heartland. The empire of order. Inside his borders, life was strictly organized. Thanks to the Arthashastra written by his mentor Chanakya, we know he had a massive spy network, a sophisticated bureaucracy, and a standing army of 600,000 infantry and 9,000 elephants. The Greek ambassador Megasthenes wrote in his book Indica that the city of Pataliputra was so beautiful it outshone the great cities of Persia. The final act, the king becomes a monk. Perhaps the most incredible part of his story is how it ended. Chandragupta didn't die in battle or on a gold throne. Influenced by the Jain saint Bhadrabahu, he abdicated his throne to his son Bindusara. He gave up everything, his crown, his silk robes, his power, and became a Jain wandering monk. He travelled south to Shravana-Belagola in modern-day Karnataka. There, in a small cave, he practiced Sallekhana, fasting unto death, leaving behind his mortal body and an empire that would eventually lead to the golden age of his grandson Ashoka the Great. From a kid playing games in the dirt to a monk seeking the eternal truth, Chandragupta Maurya defines what it means to lead. He proved that with the right mentor and an unbreakable will, you can literally rewrite the map of the world. It's a powerful story, isn't it? To go from the highest power on earth to a quiet cave in Karnataka, that takes a different kind of strength. I hope that gives you a great mental picture of the first emperor of India. Till then, bye. Keep learning. Keep coming back for more. The world is full of stories waiting for you to find them.